Hey everybody, I want to make a case for Trump being crazy. And I think I can make that case fairly easy. YouTube censors, not censors, they're basically demonetizing all my videos, and then I go back and get manual reviews and they put them back up. So I'm going to make my title very bland, basically the case against Trump, and that's what this is about. And I'm going to simply make the case by example. The first example is by his narcissistic self-importance, of which everything, he lives in an alternate reality, just like this lady said it, or one of the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico said, he lives in his own reality, and that's absolutely true. And the example of that is when he graded himself on the Puerto Rican disaster. He gave himself a perfect grade, 10 out of 10. Now, by what standard did he use? He used his own standard. I did a perfect job in that. He didn't use a standard of how much of the island got back to normal, how many people are suffering, how many people didn't get any aid at all, or any help at all, or anything like that. That's not the standard. There's no standard. The only standard is himself. How much he thought he did and what he did, and that's it. So you forget what happened. Forget about the real events. Forget about, anything about, the actual participation of the federal government and what they actually did. Just give himself 10 out of 10, because that's the guy he is. Forget about the people that suffered, the people that don't have electricity, the people that don't have running water. I did a good job. I'm 10 out of 10. The other thing I listened to is that he says that he calls some of these poor people that have lost family in the war, or in combat, or Afghanistan, or in some of these other countries, and he says that he's such a good phone caller. Not about anything about having some true, deep remorse for these people and what they're going through. No, he just says he's a good phone caller. And then anybody who receives a phone call from him should be very fortunate and lucky. I mean, that's just the thing. That's the attitude he has. Not anything about talking about anything else but how well he did the phone call. And you got this fucking idiot, 4-star general, whatever, Kelly, backing him on all this stuff. I told you a few videos ago, that guy, I didn't trust him. Anybody that backs Trump, is got to be, detached. And Trump is living in his own reality, just like the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico said. The guy's living in his own reality. He's removed from what's really going on in the world. He only thinks of himself, only lives in his own reality. And the ultimate way you know that fucking Trump's crazy is by Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, for whatever you think of his politics, is a pretty smart guy. I mean, I don't care for Steve Bannon's politics, but I can tell you one thing: I respect his intelligence. He's nobody's fool. And Steve Bannon, who is the chief architect of the Trump campaign, the guy that was there as the strategist and somebody that was the primary advisors to Donald Trump, says he's got a 70% chance of being removed by the 25th Amendment. 70% chance. So basically what Bannon's saying is that Trump's fucking nuts. He's fucking crazy. And I know he's crazy. And I think he's got a 70% chance of being removed from office because he is fucking nuts. He's fucking nuts. And that's exactly what Bannon said in Vanity Fair. That Trump has a 70% chance of being removed from office by the 25th Amendment. And this is the guy that's his chief strategist. So everybody out there that voted for Trump, not only voted for Trump, but supported Trump, of which I have a lot of friends, and even my own son voted for Trump. You want to change. You want to change. You wanted somebody different. You wanted somebody new. You wanted somebody to shake it up. Something like Moore said. You wanted a Molotov cocktail. You wanted to get rid of the Bushes, the Clintons, the establishment politics. You wanted to get rid of, drain the swamp, as Donald Trump would say. Well, that's what you did. You drained the swamp, and you know what you got? You got a mentally ill, narcissistic pig. That's what you got. So we drained the swamp. We got rid of all the establishment politicians to get this egotistical, narcissistic pig. And that's what he is. He's a pig. So you traded all this establishment politics for somebody that wants to be God and dictator and answer to nobody and set his own standards and live in his own reality. And that's what you got with Donald Trump. You got an idiot. According to his own chief strategist, Steve Bannon, the guy's crazy. He is fucking crazy. Always has been, always will be fucking crazy. And that's who you voted for. You voted for a crazy man. Thank you very much.